I heard this loud bang. I came out. I saw a lot of people, and then I heard screaming.
20 people are dead after a horrific accident involving a limo. The investigation now underway. Plus, a state of emergency declared for Florida, the tropical storm we're watching closely. And a major expansion project in Lakewood Ranch. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6:30.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter. Our top story tonight, the 13th named storm of the season has formed. We're now tracking Tropical Storm Michael. With where the storm is heading, let's get straight to Wendy Ross for a first check on your first alert weather forecast.
Jacqueline, we were talking about this yesterday, and of course we know that the hurricane season is not over, and hurricane hunters are actually going into this system once again to check things out. But what we are knowing is that this system is moving into the Gulf of Mexico as Tropical Storm Michael, and it is moving towards the north-northeast at 3 miles per hour. And keep in mind that once it moves into the Gulf of Mexico, there isn't the shear that it was experiencing while it was here in the Caribbean. And it also, we have very warm temperatures here in the Gulf. And so the opportunity for this system to intensify and become a Category 1 hurricane, that is going to take place probably sometime on Tuesday, and then by Wednesday it could intensify to a Category 2 storm by the time it makes landfall. So that's what we're looking at with Michael. And Michael right now is a tropical storm and then becomes a hurricane by Tuesday. So we're going to continue to watch this system. The tracks, for the most part, are taking it up across the panhandle of Florida and then across the southeastern United States over the next couple of days. And the GFS model is the one that we're watching here, and you can see it parallels Sarasota right here off the coastline here, and then it's going to be moving on into the panhandle, making landfall probably by Wednesday. So we'll continue to bring you updates, and that's what's going on right now with Tropical Storm Michael. Jackie?
Well, thank you so much, Wendy. As a result of Tropical Storm Michael, Florida Governor Rick Scott says he will issue a state of emergency that will give state and local government resources and flexibility to get prepared for that storm. Scott tweeting today, quote, "Our state understands how serious tropical weather is and how devastating any hurricane or tropical storm can be. As we continue to monitor this storm's path toward Florida, it is critically important that our communities have every available resource to keep everyone safe." Well, just as Wendy said, we are in the midst of hurricane season. If you are not prepared yet, make sure you do so now. On our website, mysuncoast.com, click under the Weather and Hurricane Center tab. You'll find a full link to our 1-hour hurricane special. You'll also have access to our printable hurricane guide. In other news tonight, an Amber Alert has been issued here in Florida. The hunt now on for a 3-month-old girl. At this time, authorities believe she was abducted out of Sanford. Law enforcement officials say the toddler, Notori Mazion, may have been abducted by her father, Tedrick Mazion. Police say Mazion has not been involved in Notori's life since her birth. She was last seen around 8 o'clock this morning. She was wearing a pink and gray top with the words "Princess" written on it and a pink tutu.
We're looking for a 2017 red Nissan Altima. Again, information that we have that, yeah, this is the father, but that doesn't constitute anything different. Again, you have past incidents between the mother and the father, and domestic violence is very important, not only within this community, that we resolve that problem, but also, again, that we make sure that the children are safe.
Once again, that 3-month-old baby may be traveling in a 2017 red Nissan Altima. The Florida tag number is 4ALWY. The car has silver rims and a black tint to its windows. If you see this car or Mazion, you are asked to contact authorities immediately. Now to that deadly limousine crash near Albany, New York, killing 20 people. As ABC's Maggie Rulli reports, officials calling this the deadliest transportation accident in nearly a decade.
A small town is reeling after what authorities are calling a horrific crash.
This is one of the biggest loss of lives that we've seen in a long, long time.
New York State Police confirming 20 people have died after a limo slammed through an intersection and into a parking lot, killing 2 pedestrians and all 18 people inside that limo.
Multiple ambulances, folks, midlife on standby.
The calls coming in around 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday.
And then I heard screaming. I walked up and I could see this large van, very unusual looking vehicle for out here in Schoharie, in the bushes and really wrecked, hit a tree.
First responders from the New York State Police, the Red Cross, and the local sheriff's office flooded the scene.
I believe the Jaws of Life were here on the side of one of the fire trucks.
A GO team from the NTSB is now on site investigating how such a deadly accident could happen.
The NTSB is very concerned about safety on our roadways. 20 fatalities is just horrific. We look at everything. We cast a very broad net to see what's out there.
Maggie Ruley, ABC News, Schoharie, New York.
Well, here at home, it was just on Thursday that a local developer had their groundbreaking for a new city center in Lakewood Ranch called Waterside Place. That project is expected to have more than 5,000 new homes built around it. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo spoke with one home builder to find out why building here is so key. Dwayne?
Well, Jacqueline, developer Schrader Manatee Ranch is setting up a new attraction center by the name of, as you mentioned, Waterside Place. It'll have restaurants and lakefront views, which is set to be a key draw. And it will have and be comparable to Main Street in Lakewood Ranch, but the social center will be located south of University Boulevard in Sarasota County. The developer is looking for it to be a major attraction to home buyers as everything is in close proximity. A marina with electric water taxis is also planned to provide easy access to residents. When it's all said and done, the Waterside community will feature a dozen walkable neighborhoods linked to Waterside Place. It's a position that local home builders Lee Wetherington is happy to be a part of.
Well, I think the attraction part here was the opportunity to build in Sarasota County, which was important to us. The excitement here in Waterside, just being in the initial stages, I think is what drew us here.
The estimated completion date for Waterside Place is said to be in the year 2020. Reporting live in Lakewood Ranch, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Dwayne, thank you. In First Alert traffic tonight, a reminder for drivers happening now. Both north and southbound lanes of US 41 have been reduced down to one lane each. This is from McIntosh to Beneva roads. That move is due to construction on the Catfish Creek Bridge. They're adding sidewalks and bicycle lanes and installing new highway lighting. These changes will last for 5 months. That project is expected to be complete by next fall. Well, the country has a new Supreme Court Justice, Brett Kavanaugh, sworn in, ending an epic and bitter battle over his nomination. One that transfixed the nation, deepened our divisions, and raised painful questions about sex, power, and gender relations. At a campaign rally in Topeka, Kansas overnight, the president soaked in that victory just hours after the Senate confirmed Judge Brett Kavanaugh as the newest justice of the United States Supreme Court.
I'm thrilled to be here with all of my friends on this truly historic night. This is a historic.
Under banners reading "Promises Made, Promises Kept," President Trump touted the win as a turning point heading into the midterms, now just 30 days away. Happening now, flags across Florida are being flown at half-staff tonight. It's done in remembrance of firefighters who sacrificed their lives in service to their community. Florida Governor Rick Scott made that announcement on Friday. Well, kicking cancer country style, that's exactly what one group is doing. Today, Team Pookie was out at Boast Volkswagen in Bradenton. They were there raising money for Making Strides. Making Strides Against Breast Cancer is put on by the American Cancer Society, and it helps to raise awareness and fund research to help save lives.
We raised tons of money for Making Strides. We are trying to be #1 in the state. We are going to be #1 in Manatee and Sarasota County for the 3rd year. We've raised over $75,000 for breast cancer. We're trying to raise $56,000 this year alone.
The Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk will take place on October 20th. It runs from 7 to 11 a.m. at Nathan Benderson Park. Well, going to the dogs. Today, the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall was host to a one-of-a-kind dog show held by Dante's Den. The Pooches took to the runway, rocking some Halloween-inspired looks, some day-to-day looks, and of course, being quite adorable. ABC 7's very own meteorologist John Scalzi was there, and he was one of the judges. It's still to come here on ABC 7, demanding red tide relief, a protest in Venice, how demonstrators say you can make a difference, and why a marriage proposal has now turned into a lawsuit for Walt Disney World. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Blue 32, Blue 32, hot, hot. It's the Gettle Gridiron Challenge. The game's on to sell 2,000 vehicles. 12 teams compete for the #1 spot. Score a great deal at every Gettle dealership. Buy with 0 down. Make no payments for 90 days. Choose from 14 of your favorite brands, all on sale. Who will make it to the end zone? You decide. Rush to a Gettle location near you or visit Gettle.com.
Gettle's got it.
There are lots of people who are confused about which Medicare plan is right for them.
Hey, that's me. I barely know where to start.
Well, start here with me, Karen. I'm a licensed Humana sales agent.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Karen. I'm John Smith.
Hi, John. At Humana, we know you're unique, so you have different needs from other John Smiths.
Yeah, I've always thought so.
And together, we can find a plan that's right for you.
Great. I go to the doctor a couple of times a year, and I have some prescriptions, but I'm never fully sure of what's covered and what's not.
With Humana's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, you get coverage for hospital stays, doctor visits, and Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable and sometimes no monthly plan premium.
Do you have any more information?
Sure. I'll get a decision guide in the mail to you today. They're free.
Finally, someone who understands the real me.
Your health and happiness is important to us. Call or go online now to get your free decision guide. Call a licensed Humana sales agent today.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
In consumer news, Walt Disney World is at the center of a lawsuit. A New York man is suing after he was arrested for getting into a fight with a Magic Kingdom employee. The man says he never touched that employee. Now, he was planning on proposing to his girlfriend, scouting out a spot in front of Cinderella's castle. That's when he says an employee asked him to move back from the parade route. The Disney worker told deputies that the man screamed and grabbed her, something he denies. Well, Ford says it will cut jobs as part of a plan to give its business a reboot. The company said Friday it planned to reduce its global salaried workforce. That plan includes a labor reorganization designed to cut costs, but there's no word on how many jobs will be eliminated or when it will happen. The automaker's shares have dropped 26% this year alone. South Carolina's capital city getting new nonstop jet service to Orlando. Via Airlines will be flying from Columbia Metropolitan Airport to Orlando's Sanford International Airport. That airline says its new Columbia-Orlando route will begin on December 3rd. Well, taking a stand for red tide relief. If you took a drive down the US 41 bypass in Venice today, you may have noticed this group. They were standing in front of what used to be the old Albertsons grocery store. The group held signs and asked for your vote. They say the key to red tide relief and better beach days is electing those who will help.
To get to the core of the pollution, we need the political power and dollars to back up and correct the big things. We could work locally to correct and ban herbicides, pesticides, but we need the big guns to get the big stuff done.
Mote Marine Lab's latest red tide report released today shows a better beach weekend. We are seeing only a small amount of dead fish at the Venice North Jetty. Now this report is from beach observers who report if there are any dead fish washing up or irritants that may be in the air. And Wendy Ross now joins us with the first alert weather forecast. And Wendy, I did take a beach walk over on Longboat Key this weekend, and it wasn't too bad, but you could kind of smell it here or there, the red tide of the dead fish.
So it's more spotty now.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it was.
And we still are having those winds, strong winds moving from the east to the west, and so that's pushing everything out to sea as well.
Oh, good.
And that may also be a factor in keeping Michael off of our coastline and keeping it out into the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay.
So some good things as far as the winds are concerned. But can you believe, here we are, lucky 13. Oh my gosh. So 13 storms, named storms. We have 6 hurricanes now for the season because of the 13 storms. 6 did become hurricanes, and Michael is slated to become another hurricane as well, but it's not going to be taking place right away. What we are looking at is that Michael will be moving into the southern Gulf of Mexico on Monday. So this is the timeline. On Tuesday, he becomes a Category 1 hurricane, and on Wednesday, he'll be intensifying before landfall, and that will be probably near the panhandle of Florida. So that's what we're watching, and of course this is the system right here. This is the enhanced satellite imagery, and we do have hurricane hunters going in to explore the system once again. It's moving towards the north-northeast right now, very slowly. Here's the satellite view as well, and you can see it's starting to show signs of organization, and now as the evening hours wear on, we're seeing less visibility of that satellite. But this is what it's going to be doing, 50-mile-per-hour winds right now, and as I mentioned, it's moving very slowly right here between the Yucatan Peninsula and Cuba, and it's moving on towards the north-northeast, and it looks as though by Tuesday we're going to be seeing a Category 1 hurricane, and then because it's moving much up into the panhandle of Florida, by Wednesday we could see a Category 2. And keep in mind, we just don't have any wind shear going on here in the Gulf of Mexico. The water temperatures are nice and warm, and so that's allowing for this system to intensify before it moves into the panhandle of Florida, and that would take place sometime on Wednesday. So that's the present tracking, and most of the models agree with that. You can see it moving into the Gulf and then moving more towards the northeast as it moves across the panhandle, and then eventually it's going to be moving across the southeastern part of the country before it moves out into the Atlantic, the northern Atlantic. Now the GFS model is showing the timeline here to be right parallel with us by Tuesday, and then this is the time that we're expecting it to become a hurricane, and then once it hits just right into the bay here, right off of the panhandle of Florida, we're expecting it to become a Category 2, and it will be making landfall on Wednesday according to this model. But the European model is going about a day later. So it's about 24 hours behind, and you can see that on Wednesday it's expected to be parallel with us, and then by Thursday we're going to be seeing it making landfall before it moves off towards the southeast part of the country. And again, we are going to recommend that you continue to download that app, the weather app, and also pay attention to what's going on in the Gulf of Mexico over the next couple of days, because as you know, these tracks can change, the intensity can change, the timelines can change. That's the way it's looking right now. And we're just taking a real quick look at Leslie. We can't believe we're still talking about Leslie. She's been out here for weeks and weeks. She is going to become a hurricane, and that is likely to happen Thursday. when she'll see about 75-mile-per-hour winds. Now, we also had all of this moisture streaming on in across central and south Florida today. Most of that, of course, emanating right here from our tropical storm Michael, and you can see all of that spillage, and this is all in the upper levels of the atmosphere, but it helped to establish a couple more showers that moved on across the region, and you can see everything moving from the east to the west. So we've got those easterly winds that are pushing things offshore. Very widely scattered thunderstorms right now taking place. And just keep in mind, if you are heading to the beach tomorrow, small craft advisories are going to be in effect through Wednesday. We are looking at winds out of the east at 20 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet, and it will be choppy out on the bay and inland waters. The rain chances are going to be great all the way through Thursday with a 60 to 70% chance of rain. We're going to keep our temperatures in the 80s because we're going to see plenty of cloud cover. The rains will also help to cool us off. But by next weekend, things should start to look great again. Jacqueline?
Wendy, thank you. Coming up next, Dancing with the Stars Juniors premieres tonight. We've got a special preview for you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
In entertainment news, it's the pint-sized spinoff of ABC's hit ballroom show, Dancing with the Stars Juniors, premieres tonight, pairing the blossoming talents of 12 celebrity kids with pro junior ballroom dancers. ABC's Natalie Brunel is in Hollywood with a preview.
Oh, yeah. It's a fresh take on the primetime dance sensation. It's the strangest feeling. Dancing with the Stars Juniors lights up the ballroom with 12 celebrity kids and their adorable young dance pros.
I was like, whoa, this is a lot of choreography.
You did great, Jason.
The pint-sized pairs looking to the veterans as mentors.
They've been coming to our rehearsals. And they've been...
Lindsay Arnold's little sister is among the junior pros.
Why do you think it's going to be a great addition having juniors performing this year?
Oh, I think that I'm shocked that it's taken this long to do it. I mean, kids are literally the best. 1, 2, 3.
I loved having my sister as a mentor because she just helped us through everything.
And they have such a good chemistry.
Yeah.
She and the other tiny dancers are giving the mentors a run for their money.
The pros are like mini them. It's so amazing.
I already have my replacement.
Former competitors Jordan Fisher and Frankie Muniz were tapped to MC.
I think the audience is going to love just getting to know them and see them, and every week is different and seeing their progression.
And the kids will be judged by Emmy-winning choreographer Mandy Moore, last season's champion Adam Rippon, and longtime pro Val Shmerkovsky.
You know what it's like to be judged, especially by those 3 characters. Did that inform the way that you sort of critiqued the kids?
Yeah, my biggest thing was not to patronize.
These juniors showing us that larger-than-life performances can come in small packages, and teaching us all how to dream a little bigger. Natalie Brunell, ABC News, Hollywood.
Well, Dancing with the Stars Juniors premieres right here on ABC 7 tonight at 8 o'clock. You won't want to miss it. Well, Tina Turner has revealed that she underwent a kidney transplant and that the kidney was donated by her husband. The 78-year-old singer makes the reveal in an upcoming autobiography. Turner, whose hits include Proud Mary and What's Love Got to Do with It, married the German music executive back in 2013 after a long relationship. Excerpts from Tina Turner's My Love Story were released on Friday by publisher Penguin. Well, Wendy, I know you are really busy over in the Weather Center keeping track of Tropical Storm Michael.
And Michael is something that you all want to make certain you're paying attention to. And the best way to do that is downloading the app, because you'll be able to get information that's up to date. And we know that these systems can change and turn around and maybe move a little closer or maybe farther away. So you just want to pay attention to what's going on in the Gulf of Mexico over the next couple of days. That's going to be really paramount to everyone's safety.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Wendy, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you here again at 11. Have a good night.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. And you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you, with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now. In one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TruStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
ABC 7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.